Well, hey, everybody, and welcome back to week 3 in the SNHU Learning Community. This is Melanie Schaub, and I'm super excited to welcome you to week 3 and talk a little bit about resources that you can use both inside and outside of your SNHU classroom for your success. First and foremost, your experience here at Southern New Hampshire University is important to us. It is our policy and practice to create an inclusive and accessible learning environment. If there are aspects of instruction or course design that present barriers to accessibility, please notify the Online Accessibility Center, the OAC, as soon as possible at 866-305-9430. You can also email them at oac@snhu.edu or visit the Online Accessibility Center website. As a reminder, the university wants to make sure that you get content in a way that works best for you. So if you have questions about what the Online Accessibility Center offers, or if it might be something that works for you, please reach out to them as soon as possible and connect for your success. Couple of webinar reminders, housekeeping, we got to do it every week. As a reminder, the SNHU 107 Learning Community is an academic space. So always be mindful of your conduct, both in the webinars, but also in that SNHU SNHU Connect Learning Community. The webinars for the SNHU 107 Learning Community are not mandatory. Nothing is graded in here. There's no extra credit points, but it is our hope that you are going to learn some tips and tricks for your success and also feel supported to be able to submit your assignments in your SNHU 107 class successfully. Here in week 3, I got to do a check-in. How are we feeling, everybody? I want you to kind of take a minute, or a few seconds actually, and just think about how things are going so far. As you get ready to enter week 3, hopefully you're starting to get into a little bit of a routine and figuring out what works for you, what doesn't, and beginning to feel more confident in what you are doing. If you have questions or if you're stuck, please remember to email, call, text, communicate with your faculty as soon as possible with any questions or things that you might want to know. Don't hesitate, because we want you to be successful. Also, make sure that you are reading those course announcements and checking your SNHU email. It's so important, guys and gals, okay? It's really important to always be checking your university email and the course announcements, because your faculty put helpful reminders and tips and tricks for your success, but also they might be trying to get a hold of you to help you do something or have questions for you that they need to hear from you. So always make sure that you're checking those two spots, okay? The other thing for week 3 is I want you to really think about something that you have done well or something that you're proud of. This can be classroom related or not classroom related. You know, maybe you're being able to get everything done on your to-do list, both at home and at school and at work. Maybe you've been able to get your assignments submitted on time. Maybe you're really starting to feel like you have a routine. You know, maybe for you, you're just feeling good because you were really nervous in week 1 and week 2. Whatever it might be, I want you to just take a moment and really give yourself a high five. Yep, high five. I'm going to do it. I high five myself. It's important. We have to remember the things that we do well, because it can be really easy to beat ourselves up with things that we think we should be doing better. So I want to make sure that you just take a moment and think about one thing that you have done really well or something that you're proud about as you've started this journey, especially as we get into week 3, because this week we are going to talk a lot about your why, and you're also going to be pushed outside your comfort zone a little, okay? Now, I like to talk about your why because it's really important to remember why we started this journey and who we're doing this for, okay? So for example, for some of you, maybe you're the first one in your family to ever earn a college degree, or, you know, you're doing this to show your kids the example of hard work, or that you can get your degree, whatever it might be. Like maybe you're doing it for somebody else. Maybe you're doing it because you want to change your lifestyle. Maybe you want to buy that car or that house that you've always wanted, or be able to go on vacation, or just, you know, be able to have a little bit of extra money and not have to live paycheck to paycheck. Maybe you're doing it because you just want to learn. You love learning. You've put other people through school. Like this is your turn. Maybe you've never needed a degree before, but now you need it for your work. Or maybe you're like, you know what? I want to learn and be in a career that is something that I'm super passionate about. So if that's you, high five. And then for some of you, you're like, I'm doing this for me. just for me. I want to prove people wrong that said I couldn't do it. I want to show myself that I am completely capable and worth this degree. Whatever it is, it's so important to know your why. And I encourage you to write it down somewhere on a piece of paper or on your phone, but put it somewhere that you can see it, because as your academic journey continues from week to week, term to term, sometimes you're going to need a reminder of why you started all this. So just kind of take a minute and remember what your why is. Now, this week in week 3, we're going to be talking a lot about university resources, so SNHU resources, and social supports. This can be really easy to confuse each other. And so I want to take a moment and I wanted to show you this image of what is an SNHU resource and then what is like a personal or a social support, okay? Because you're going to talk about it in this week's assignment. So this week you have a week 3 activity assignment. So remember to submit it in Microsoft Word or something compatible. If you don't have Microsoft Word, you can go underneath our online student services area from your Brightspace classroom, and you can scroll down and you can click on that Office 365 and download it to your computer and be all set and ready to go. The key is you want your faculty to be able to open the assignments you've submitted to be graded, okay? The other assignment you have is a warm-up quiz, which again, you have multiple attempts on. So make sure you've reviewed the reading assigned for this week and your module for week 3, okay? So this week, we're focusing again on those SNHU resources and social supports. So SNHU, or university resources, are people and places and departments like your instructors, your advisors, the career center, the academic support team, which that is like the writing team, the tutoring teams, the learning communities, like you're here right now, library, help desk. There's so many more SNHU or university departments that are not on this list, but I wanted to give you some examples. So when your assignment asks about SNHU or university resources, it is anything that comes from SNHU, okay? When we're talking this week about personal or social supports, that is people, places, things outside of the university. So not affiliated with the university, okay? Things like maybe your significant other, parents, children, friends, coworkers, extended family. It could even be like faith-based organizations, community organizations that you're a part of. Maybe you have a mentor that you work with. It could be pets. And even you know, like you're the person that needs to be reaching out to these resources and these social supports to help you be successful. So this week's assignment asks about resources and personal or social supports that you're going to use. This is a great image to come back to and think about and look at, but also just remember, resources are the university people, places, and things. Social supports are outside of the classroom, outside of the university, okay? As you think about your resources and your social supports, you might be like, why would I even need those? Like, I'm in this for myself, I can do this for myself. Yes, you are here. And this takes you and your energy and your time management to put all this together to get your degree. But we all can use a little bit of support along the way because you're never in this alone. And I like to always ask this question, can you read minds? Can you? Because I'm telling you that your faculty can't either. Your advisor can't read minds, your faculty can't, the resources can't, because we often will see a student doing really well, and then all of a sudden there's nothing anymore. We don't hear from them, or maybe you're not submitting your work, or maybe your work isn't coming in as awesome as it used to be. Like we can tell something is happening, and we're trying to call you, we're trying to email you, we're trying to get a hold of you so we can get you back on track or get you caught up or check in with you, but you're not responding. Do not let that happen. Do not let that be you, okay? If you have questions, if you're stuck, if you're falling behind, if you're struggling with something, reach out and connect, because you have people and places here at the university that are here for your support. So for some of you, asking for help, that word help might like make you cringe, like, oh, I don't want to ask for help. Change it up. Ask for assistance, all right? You have to be an advocate for you and your success here to earn your degree. So I want you to remember to ask for assistance and push the easy button, okay? Because we are here for you and for your success. So how do we find the SNHU resources? Well, folks, you can go into your Brightspace classroom And if you click at the top on online student services, I'll show you guys here in a minute too, but if you click on that, it's going to pull them all up. They're all right there on the page. You can also access it from that My SNHU, that homepage you log into. Plus, you can call them, you can email them. A lot of the departments have live chat features, so you can chat them at your convenience for general questions. A lot of faculty will text message. They might have their personal phone number or a Google phone number that you can text message if you have questions. And a lot of departments host webinars just like I do here in the SNHU 107 learning community. So there's so many different ways to access those different SNHU resources. And things I want you to think about, because you might be like, well, I won't need that. I don't need to bother anybody. But you could. Think about, if you have questions on maybe that final project coming up. I know we're only in week 3, but if you're thinking ahead to week 7, you have questions about it, ask now. Don't wait until week 6 or week 7. Ask now. If maybe you're going to be doing something even 6 months from now and you want to know like about your courses or your course plan, get with your advisor. Ask early. Don't wait. Push that easy button. Ask for assistance and help. Ask when you don't understand. Folks, so many students will go to do an assignment and they're stuck on it, or they don't understand the instructions or how to do it, and they just like give up. Don't do that. Reach out to your advisor, your faculty. If it's something technical, the SNHU help desk, we're here to help you understand it. And sometimes maybe there's a weird technical thing that there's a reason you're stuck. And once we know, we can fix it. But ask when you don't understand, okay? Clarify those instructions. Reach out and ask your faculty. Do not be afraid of us. So many students are afraid to reach out and talk to their faculty member. Don't, because we want you to pass our classes. So reach out with any question that you might have or concern, okay? It really helps to connect with your faculty for your success. Ask when there's a situation. I'm going to tell you right now that you will not be the first or last student to have something come up. Whether you're sick, somebody in your household, or everyday life is sick, somebody goes to the hospital, maybe you have a loved one that passes away, babies are born early, late, work schedules change, we lose internet, all kinds of things, laptops, phones, they break, life happens. So if something happens, natural disasters, hurricanes, tornadoes, lots of big snowstorms, flooding, it happens. So if something has happened in your life, and maybe you were unable to access your classroom or your internet is gone, make a decision to reach out to your advisor and your faculty and let them know what's happening with you so they can make a plan for your success, okay? Also, ask when you're frustrated. Who's ever put together like a child's toy or like furniture, any furniture? The instructions are not less than helpful, right? They're, what is this? I don't understand where this goes. And I always end up with extra pieces. I'm not sure how that happens. But ask when you're frustrated, because if something's not working or you're unable to figure something out and we get frustrated, sometimes we're just walk away and we're done. We give up. Don't do that. Politely reach out and ask hey, I'm super stuck with this. Can you help me or walk me through what I'm supposed to do? It takes just a minute and we can get you all situated and back on track so that you don't fall behind for your success. Okay. The biggest thing is here at SNHU, you have so many resources, from our help desk, from our financial folks, the career services team, our academic support team with the tutors that are there for different subjects in school, to the writing services, to the peer mentors, your faculty, your advisors, the library. You have so many resources at your fingertips. And I don't ever want you to think you have to do this alone, because you can access and utilize almost all of these resources literally when it's convenient for you, because a lot of them are 24/7, or you can make an appointment that works for you and your schedule. So if you're stuck, if you've fallen behind, if you're not sure on something, or you're just I'm not sure how this is going, reach out, because this is your journey and nobody's going to be able to put it all together and get through it except for you. So lean on the resources that are here at the university, but also outside the classroom, those social supports, right? Friends, family, coworkers, kids, the community organizations or faith-based organizations you might be a part of, lean on them to help you get through this journey. And I love this quote by Liz Lamore: sometimes asking for help is the bravest move you can make. You don't have to go it alone. You are never alone here at SNHU. So again, please reach out and connect for your success, because you are worth this degree and you are worth going through this journey. All right. So I wanted to take a quick moment and just show you guys really quickly where everything is for week 3. So hold on just a second. I'm going to pull this up for you guys. Again, when you are in your SNHU 107 Bright Space Classroom, up at the top, there's that online student services. Click it, because when you do that, it pulls up all of those SNHU resources, the departments, okay? If you want to get to them, you click the blue, gets you to where you want to go. They're all right here, folks, okay? You literally click on them and it takes you to the departments so you can connect with them for your success. Again, if you don't have that Office 365, it's right here. If you get stuck on how to download it, get with our career team. Our help desk team. But we have so many supports and resources for your success. So just know that they're all right here. So when you get to your week 3 assignment and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't even know what all the SNHU resources are. Remember, click on online student services, okay? So this week for week 3, again, course menu, learning modules, and you want to click on that module 3. This week, you guys have your warm up. Remember, it's like a quiz, but it has unlimited attempts due by Sunday. I do suggest that you review the reading and click through this module before you take it. But your best score will be taken. The other assignment you have is this 3-2 activity, time management. What works for you? Remember to click on that requirements and rubric. And when you do that, it pulls up the entire assignment. So here's a run through of the assignment. Click the blue. Here's that template that you click on and open up, right? And then the rubric is below that tells you how you're going to be graded. So when you click on that module 3 activity template Word document, it is going to pull up this template. Like I told you guys last week when you did your first activity assignment in week 2, for many of you, it'll pop up this yellow highlight bar and you want to click enable editing. That lets you type right in the document. So for this week, you want to, question 1, identify the SNHU resources that'll help you most in effectively managing your time. Okay, so you want to think about university resources that'll help you with your time. Maybe that is your advisor. Maybe you're going to meet with your advisor once a week to go over like your homework and your class schedule to make sure you're on track. That's a great way to make sure that you're managing your time well and on track with everything. Maybe some of you working with the academic support writing services will help you effectively manage your time, because they'll look over your either discussion assignments or your activity assignments or whatever written things you have for SNHU and give you feedback, which will save you some time in editing, right? So those are just a couple of examples. Remember that it says resources, so you need to have at least 2, but you can list as many as you need to. And I encourage you to not only list them, but share like how they're going to help you in managing your time, because this is just going to be a plan for your success. The second question is to identify the social supports that'll help you most in effectively managing your time. So as a reminder, social supports are outside of the university. They're nothing SNHU related. It's outside of the university. People, places, things outside of the university, where SNHU resources are things with the university, right? So same thing there. And then question 3, identify the motivational factors that'll help you, persevere through the challenges of time management. So again, coming back to your why, like how are you going to stay motivated to have good time management to be successful? Again, remember all of this is plural: resources, social supports, motivational factors. That S is plural. So make sure you list at least 2, if not more. Okay. And then the last question is just explain how you will take ownership of your future academic success by managing your time with SNHU resources, social supports, and motivational factors. So down here, make sure you write a complete sentence and explain like how you're going to take ownership of using all 3 of these things for your success here at SNHU. Save it, upload it, right? And get it submitted for your success. So that is your assignment for week 3. Again, due by Sunday of week 3. You can always turn it in earlier. And then the other thing you have is that warm-up quiz, again, due by Sunday, or you can turn it in earlier, all right? Hold on one sec. Wait, it comes back to the screen here. That is everything for week 3, folks. So as a reminder, utilize your university resources and those social supports for your success. Again, you are worth this journey. This is going to be such an exciting time in your life, but it also takes work. and you do not have to go it alone. So have a wonderful week 3. I'll see you next week for week 4. You got this. Have a wonderful week 3.